IVC Dale Gate 433 here to do a end of year rankings video. So I'm going to have a go at this. I don't like these. I'm terrible at them. I can never make my mind up. So this I'm going to do two. I'm going to do one for new releases from 2020, and I'm going to do one from reissues from 2020. I was going to do one on everything else, used finds and all that kind of thing, but it blew my mind, so I'm not going to do that probably. So I have been kind of keeping a list as I've been going through, because I've thought about doing these before, but then when it gets to the end of the year, I think I can't remember what did I get in January and what did I think about it. So I've been trying to keep a list, and I've spent the last month probably revisiting sort of almost exclusively these records to try and just check I've got it right. It's not right, but it's close enough. So they're broadly in order. So I picked 20. So this year I've bought about 60 new releases and about 50 new reissues. So don't tell my wife. I hope she never sees this video. So of the 60 I'm going to show 20. So but I'm pretty happy with everything. I don't think I've bought any clunkers at all year. So I'm pretty happy with everything. Everything is in the collection pretty much. I don't think there's much that's going to leave the collection. So let's get on with it. So coming in at number 20 is two records, because I couldn't make my mind up. So these are these are two albums by the band Salt, which is a sort of modern soul band that's all sorts of styles. There are sound samples, spoken word, soul, R&B, Afrobeat, all going on. And they brought out two albums this year. They brought out both untitled. They're called Salt Untitled, Untitled Black is, Untitled Rise. This one definitely was, proceeds going to charity for equality initiatives, race equality initiatives. On this, I don't know whether it's the same for this as well, but certainly the themes of the album is about race inequality and issues and thoughts on that. So all very interesting and really great albums. 19 is, I don't think I've shown this yet. So this is David Bolter and Yarmouth. So sort of Yarmouth, or Great Yarmouth, is a East Coast holiday resort in the UK or in England. I guess a lot of our holiday resorts are probably abandoned at the moment, but they're a little bit kind of dated and tired. And this is an instrumental with sound clips and stuff in it, kind of found sound and stuff, field recordings, what you want to call it. Really good, fantastic artwork. This is on the Clay Pipe label. Fantastic artwork by, I keep forgetting her name, so there's also by Francis Castle, who does, I think, all of the Clay Pipe releases, and they've just always interesting artwork. So this is so it's an instrumental, very atmospheric, quite minimalist album, so perfect for the times as far as I'm concerned. So there's a bit of a trend in some of the stuff. I think the choices this year are influenced by this year for me. So it may be that some of the others will grow as maybe my mood changes over the years. Hopefully it changes anyway. So next one, although this is not, this is Monophonics. This is modern soul, sort of very kind of horn and strings and keyboards and everything thrown in. So it's US soul band, Monophonics, and sort of blue-eyed soul, I suppose, because I think they're mainly all white. artist, and yeah, if you're familiar with like the Daptone sound, they're very much like the Daptone sound, but they've got a vocalist, male vocalist. Yeah, really good kind of funky soul in that style. Okay, this album I think I've played the most this year, and I can't make my mind up on it. It's definitely, so I played it the other day. I was going to test play it, but I ended up playing it all the way through. So it holds my interest, but I can't make my mind up on it whether it's an absolute classic or a bit of a hodgepodge of everything. This is released on the Soul Jazz label, but it's sort of jazz, krautrock, instrumental jazz, krautrock, psych. You say all over the place, which is why I don't know. I can't quite get it in my head. But as I said, when I was going to just go back to it and check it again. I ended up playing it all the way through, so it held my interest. So this is Trees Speak, the band, and this is called Ohms. They've just released another album which is similar, so I'm kind of coming to terms with that album as well. So yeah, so that's whatever number it is, I've forgotten already. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16 is Gil Landry, and the Skeleton at the Banquet. This is a kind of quite a stripped back, darkish Americana album. He's got quite a kind of, gravelly Americana folk voice. And yeah, really, really nice album. So really good atmosphere created by this album. So that is Gil Landry and Skeleton at the Banquet. Next is The Pineapple Thief and Versions of the Truth. So The Pineapple Thief are a UK sort of symphonic prog rock band. Again, the lead singer has got a very melancholic tone, and I really like that with a symphonic prog. It works well. This is a good album. I don't think it's quite as strong as the last two, but it is certainly a strong album, as it's made my top 20. So that is The Pineapple Thief and Versions of the Truth. I've lost count now. Next up, Juliana Barwick and Healing is a Miracle. So Juliana Barwick's albums or music, she's very, very layered, multi-layered vocals, which gives it a kind of very drony, synthy, ethereal feel. But this is really, as I say, sort of, well, she says Healing is a Miracle. This is very kind of, again, therapeutic, relaxing music that kind of washes over you. So vocals are multi-layered vocals, which kind of then again wash over you. So that is Juliana Barwick. Slight change of gear, or big change of gear. This is El Gordo and their album Zombie. El Gordo are a Welsh pop psych pop folk band. This is kind of pop psych with hints of country and other things going on in it. Yeah, I really like their previous album, which I thought was fantastic. This is a strong follow-up called Zombie, as you can see, by the Welsh psych rock band El Gordo. This, I guess, simplistic you could say, is modern UK folk psych. But there's more going on to it. So this is the Left Outsides, their latest album. Are You Sure I Was There? And this was only recently come out the last month or so. And yeah, really, really good. It's got more going on than a folk. It's not folk. It's got a kind of quite a varied content. There's even a bit of sort of like garage surf psych at one point on it. Alison Cotton has also brought on. She plays violin and sings, and so she's part of Left Outsides. She's brought a solo album out, which nearly made my list. I think I need to listen to it a bit more. But yeah, this is a good, strong album. Next up is Hania Rani and her album Home. So early in the year, so John and Mark at the Dr. Rhythm channel, they do their monthly kind of get together videos, which they've been doing obviously via sort of Zoom under lockdown, and they've had special guests, and Fred Big Star 1000 was a guest, and he talked about Hani Irani and her previous album Ezja, I think it's called, as being something that's kind of helped him in these times, as being something that really kind of is therapeutic and relaxing. So I sought that out, and then saw that she was about to release a new album this year, so I pre-ordered it. It's on the Gondwana label that Matthew Helsel, the UK jazz, Manchester jazz artist, I think either owns or runs or whatever. And yeah, this is a fantastic double album. So she kind of, it's quite minimalist piano and vocals, quite a lot of instrumental, again with some kind of layered sounds going on, that is you say very nice and sort of relaxing and therapeutic. Music is my therapy. I think we're into the top 10 now. So coming in at number 10, an artist, I've done a show and tell completely on this artist. So this is Matt Berry, the actor, comedian and musician Matt Berry, and this is Phantom Birds. So this is Matt Berry. Lots of instruments going on, all probably played by him, mostly played by him. His voice is quite distinctive to me. It's got a guest slide guitarist throughout, which therefore it's got a bit of a country feel to it, but I think it's just a great pop album. So that's Matt Berry and Phantom Birds at number 10. So I should say I think my top 5 are probably definitely in order. The rest is to say is broadly we're heading that way. Number 9 could have been higher perhaps. I need to probably play it a lot more, but is Idiot Prayer, Nick Cave. So Nick Cave had done a sort of lockdown solo performance at Alexandra Palace, and I was supposed to go and see it at the cinema, but unfortunately lockdown happened, the second lockdown happened, and they closed the cinemas. So but I did buy the album. Yeah, so it's Nick reinterpreting on solo piano a much stripped back version of some Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds or Grinderman songs. Yeah, fantastic interpretations, really beautiful, really sort of again sparse and enjoyable from that perspective. Whatever number we are now. I didn't think I was an accountant. So Matt Berninger and his album Serpentine Prison or Serpentine Prison. So Matt Berninger, the vocalist from The National, so he's got a very kind of like baritone melancholic sound, and this is again, it follows that kind of that National sound, but it's a solo album, quite stripped back, really lovely album. So that is that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So number 7 is again probably could have been higher. So Bob Dylan, Rough and Rowdy Ways. So Bob Dylan has dropped a couple of tracks early in the lockdown period. Really fantastic, with some very strong thoughts from Bob Dylan. It's turned into an album, great album. So yeah, and probably will grow on me over time, but yeah, so I think stronger than some of those kind of standards albums that it did recently, but yeah, really good. Just haven't found myself going back to it as much as I might have thought, which means it's not quite high, because it features a lot, sort of quite high up in a lot of end of year lists. Number 6 is Mark McDowell and Friends and Breakthrough. So this is UK artist, what is it, psych pop folk with a bit of folk going on. He's got a lovely voice, I really like his voice, and yeah, I've seen him live, and hence you know, I know about him, probably no one else does, or not many other people do. So yeah, this is Breakthrough by Mark McDowell. Top 5 now, and this probably is my top 5 in order. So is John Brooks. Excuse me. Oh yeah, John Brooks. So John Brooks is a staple of Clay Pipe and Cafe Kaput and a lot of other labels. He is a synth player, multi-instrumentalist, keyboards. This is an instrumental album, How to Get to Spring, and yeah, it is that. You know, I've bought a lot this year of kind of, I feel like, pseudo or library or pseudo library records where they're kind of all instrumental, atmospheric. This is the same. It's just got a bit more of an uplifting feel to it than some of the others, and yeah, really enjoyable album, which I didn't explain very well. 4 is very recent acquisition. I pre-ordered this. This is Matthew Helsel. Sorry about this. And Salute to the Sun double album. This is the sort of deluxe foil covered clear vinyl edition. So Matthew Helsel, jazz trumpeter, jazz musician. Again, plays with either solo or with Gondwana Orchestra or other collaborators. Excuse me. I just love all of his material. I just can't get enough of it. I couldn't tell you one track from the other. They all just feel to me fantastic. Everyone is fantastic, and it's spiritual jazz, and it just really just kind of washes over you with that spiritual feeling, that kind of. And I just say again, it's just such an experience, lovely experience, and this is no different to other albums he's done. And this, yeah, is just great, and just what the doctor ordered at this point in time. So that is Matthew Helsel and Salute to the Sun. Top 3, coming in at number 3 is Magic Bus and the Earth Years. So Magic Bus are a UK prog psych band, prog psych rock band. They're based in Devon. I've seen them live a couple of times, 2 or 3 times. Don't get outside of Devon much, should we say? But yeah, really great band. I've got their first 3 albums on CD. This is the first one I picked up on vinyl. Yeah, really great band. Got a really great guitarist. Yeah, really enjoyable album from quite early on in the year, actually. Yeah, so it's quite a, yeah, it's a sort of Canterbury style, I think is what, I don't know if that's lazy, but they very much, certainly in their earlier material, and a little, not so much in this, but partly in this, they've got that sort of caravan Canterbury style to them, if that helps. Number 2 is Bonnie Lighthorseman and their self-titled album, Bonnie Lighthorseman. So this is a sort of super group of such, or a collaboration. Anae Mitchell, Eric Johnson and Josh Kaufman. Anae Mitchell I was familiar with. I've got quite a lot of her stuff, and love her voice. Very kind of folk Americana style. This is just a great album. It's got some sort of, well, even UK folk standards on it, like Blackwater Side, and The Roving is a beautiful song on this. This is just a beautiful album. So that is that. And coming in at number 1, a surprise. I didn't expect it to be number 1, but it's just one that's just stuck with me throughout the year. Is Baxter Jury and the Night Chances. So this is I don't know, what is it? It's an alternative album with Baxter Jury's spoken vocals, female guest vocals. It's quite dark. The subject matter, it's songs like "I'm Not Your Dog," "Slumlord," It's just it kind of evokes a sleazy council flats, lots, you know, drug deals and prostitution and all sorts. No apologies to anyone who lives in council flats. I'm sure it's nothing like that ever. There's, but you know, it evokes that sort of in the wrong part of London. And even something. I mean, the opening line to the opening song is "I'm not your fucking friend," which, you know, and then it moves on from that. So that's, you know, talk about an opening line to an album. Sort of spoken by Baxter Jury, but as I say, it's a short album. It's only 30 odd minutes, and yeah, I just find myself going back to it. So that is my number one album of the year, Baxter Jury and the Night Chances. Okay, VC, that's 20 plus minutes. Cheers, thanks, bye.